All right, so we are kicking week 3 here. Sorcerer is in the lead. This is actually one of the better initial runs the Sorcerer has had. I don't credit that to his spell choice. I credit that to a little bit of. Oh, excuse me. This is 32 seconds in, so keep that in mind. I credit it to more to just position. The fact that the witch died. He got arson and the guard next to him, so he got 2 points there. So he has not actually been able to execute his mountaineer strategy. So so that is not ideal. So I do think his goal. So yeah. So anyway, so it's a good game for the Sorcerer. The Amazon's having a fine game also. Um, the Druid not so much. The Druid sort of stuck a little bit. But let's see if we can't fix that over the coming week here. So we have 3 more events to pick. Give a quick shuffle. Amazing weather. Every character gets an extra sunlight phase for the week. The Dwarven Smith is being held in the Lost Castle. So we will search the Dwarven Smith. The Smith, and he's in the castle. So we'll just put him right up there. And the third card is Damsel in Distress. And she appears at the Horde. And I mean, that sucks a little bit simply because of the layer, I should say. Simply because it's a rough haul, right? Although the Amazon is literally right there. And she is indeed. So I definitely think that changes a little bit of her disposition here. So the damsel, end of phase, unhidden or clearing to free her. She becomes your follower. Roll for a random dwelling that's her home. So I think if the universe is going to gift us, I think we are going to move to the lair, and I think we're going to search once because you might as well search while you're there. And she is done. The druid. So the druid is going to blowgun in hand. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So he's going to go move to ruins 1. Done. The wizard is going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to hide and go 1, 1, 1. And he's going to move to woods 4, I think. And he is done. So that's it. We've got day 15 underway already. Let's roll it. 3. Ogres, wolves, goblins, octopi. I don't like that at all for the sorcerer. That's going to be rough. Amazon is first, though. And she's going to move right in and do a search at the lair. So let's see if she rolls a 4 or 1, just like that. Nope, a 5, so nothing. So now what appears here? Patter and Howl sound bad. Indeed, Patter and Howl are bad. And they're both going to bring goblins. Oh, and we get an extra move every day. Hold on, we're still going to do that. But let's It works. It's close enough, right? Let's give everybody a reminder. And we will write we'll burn today. Today we will not do it, but tomorrow we will. So she moves in, she doesn't find anything. We get goblins everywhere. And that's Howl and Patter. They both show up at the same spot. She does not want to deal with 12 goblins, that's for damn sure. But since she is unhidden in end of phase unhidden, so the damsel is on her now and she is done. So she picked her up, done. Now we just need to get to a dwelling. On to the Druid. So the Druid is going to move to ruins 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing appears. And the Sorcerer goes 1, 2, 3, and he's going to hide. And he does. And the wolves appear, right? Because ruins. Yep. It's a bit of a bummer. It's a little bit of a kibosh on the Sorcerer's plan here. Oh, if you only had Melt and Mist, this would be trivial. But we don't. So that is near certain death for our guy. But man, getting back otherwise is a disaster. It's also a point of fiery blast right here, would be this particular fight, right? Yeah, getting back is non-trivial. But I would argue that that's a 30% chance of death. If we do not. And we do not have any sort of cool get out of jail free cards. So that sort of sucks. So, okay, next day for the Amazon. And she wouldn't have gone to turn anyway because of sunlight phases, which, well, so be it. I say we go 1, 2, and then she can hide. Move to the deep woods. 1. One of these is an extra, and she will have hidden in the meantime. So she is done. And that she doesn't get any sunlight phases because of the darn caves. Our guy, our Druid, is going to hide and move to the shrine. And search. Maybe try to draw one more treasure out of there to sacrifice. But maybe it's more important to hide twice, get that first shot off. Maybe we get lucky, and he is done. And the Sorcerer has a big decision to make. That did come at the worst time, right? Came at the worst time. So he has a 30% chance of just dying. And there really is nothing because he can't. So what he's going to do, he is going to move out. So that's an extra move. And he leaves. He's then going to hide and hide. And he's. Can I not ever have that happen again? Can I? I wonder if there's a controls, fly up, tilde. There you go. I almost never want to do that. So okay, but I hit space a lot. So he goes out, he hides twice. He moves back in to the wolf. That's 3, right? Spell X and spell. There you go. There's his move. So it'll cost him effectively a day. So let's get a monster roll up for our new day here. And it's a 6. So there are bats about. And it's day what? 16? 16. So let's. It's going to be Druid first. The Druid is going to hide 2 times and then move into the shrine. So let's hide twice. He succeeds. He only rolls 1 die. Let's do that correctly for him. That's this die. He fails, so that's a bummer because we screwed that up, and he succeeds. He waltzes in. He's going to search twice. He's already found the shrine, so we're really trying to loot it. And we need a 1, 2, or 3. So he gets 2 of these. That's a failure. That was a 6. And 2 failures. Nothing appears. He is done. The Amazon goes 2, but she's going to hide once. This is sort of important. She does. A bat's going to appear. 2 bats actually are going to appear here on her. And 3 bats are going to appear in Flutter. It's a lot of bats, by the way. The sorcerer is going to move out. He's going to hide 2 times. So let's see if he succeeds. He fails once, succeeds twice. Going to go right in there. He's going to then spell X and spell. That is going to burn this chit. And that is going to flip the tile. And that is his day. The Amazon will not be fighting the bat, but she also cannot walk out of this clearing because that mountain is 2 hexes to get into. Ugh, okay. So she is sort of stuck at the moment. She can kill 2 bats, but man, that is a lot of pounding on her. So I think we're going to have to use. So the first thing is first. Does the sorcerer want to battle these guys? He's ambushed, remember. So no one is on his sheet right now. He can cast If he blows it and doesn't remain hidden, then he is a little screwed. So I think he just slow plays and sits on this for now. The Amazon is going to extra move out to 6. She's then going to hide and hide again. She's going to move back to the bats. Keeping in mind that she now has 2 hides, and she now still has 2 phases. Then she moves into the clip. 1, 2, 3, 4. She is good. So she's using that extra phase for sure. We didn't find. Oh, do we want to end of the day? So hold on. Do we want to fight? We do, actually. The Druid does want to fight end of the day. But he's going to do that. So he has this guy. So this is a circus, but let's actually pull something which vaguely shows what is going on here. I'll pull out a mace. It's not really a mace, but let's do that. So a mace on its readied side is a T3, and on this side it's nothing. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to ready it with this. I'm going to, and it's negligible weight. And I can shoot him on the first round. And actually, I'm going to play this round and then do this because it's still T3. So 1 or a 4, and we're going to hit this guy. 4. So we hit him. He is now unconscious, and we have stunned him up. So he is. I'll put him in my active, right? And that's it. That's the battle. And this wizard does. The sorcerer does nothing, and she does nothing. So she wrote her move. I think while we have the ability to do so, we are going to hide once and then search. We're going to try to drag a treasure out of here so that we can sacrifice it maybe if we get lucky. The sorcerer is going to get out of dodge, for crying out loud. So he's going to move to 5. X move to 5. Move to the inn. So he's at the inn. He's going to execute a trade phase with the company. That should get him gift exchange there. In the meantime, he is going to hide and rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. I think we're good. This is day 17 written. Let's roll 2. So serpents and demons, except for the demon that we have who's now unconscious. So let's see who goes. The Amazon goes. So she moves. Oops. She moves out. And she hides 2 times. When she does, then she moves in and in. And serpents and demons is nothing here. And she's into the cliff. With the damsel in tow. Oh, and we do get to roll for what dwelling is her home. So let me roll that right now. What is her home? 1, the chapel. Holy crap. Perfect. Thought we had a damsel home chit. I do not see it. That's fine. I will grab another one of these. I'll grab a peace pack. There you go. That's her home. Perfect. Okay. So we did do that. She's there. She is done. It's the sorcerer's turn. He walks and walks right on up. He then trades with the company. So he's going to execute a trade phase with the company, who are his buddies. He doesn't want the alchemist mixture. That's lame. He will take the spectacles, though, for an extra search phase. And what he's going to do is he's going to trade them the oil of poison. That will pop gift exchange. Score a VP. Take an item from their stash. And again, somehow, I don't know. Oh, we must have shrunk them to make them fit on the side better. That's the only thing I can think of. Fortunately, I have not. I have not saved this deck, so all the screwing up that I've done of the sizes is not an issue. We will draw another card, though, for the sorcerer and flip it. And that's going to be take cover, so he can just use that at any time. Having said that, he doesn't get that today. He now needs to hide. He doesn't, so he is unhidden, but then he's going to rest. So he's going to pull that back. Scoring gift exchange will give him his 7th point in cards, and that's his 9th point overall. He will activate the spectacles when he has a chance, and he is done with his day. That leaves the Druid. The Druid is going all out. He's going to try to drag something out of here. And he is hidden when he does it. And there's only serpents and demons, and we have the demons. So we're trying to roll a 3 or less here, which should not be hard to do in 4. There we go. There's a 3. I don't know if that's enough. We're going to take the 5th card on the pile. It's the Dragon Fang necklace in purple. It's still not gold, which is hilarious, but he'll definitely take that. So that's going to be 1. He now gets, what? 3 more of these? No, 1, 2, 2nd. Oh my, so he gets the 4th treasure in there. And that is, oh, wow. And that's pretty much it for him. Nothing appears because it's serpents and demons. I mean, that's an awesome chip. Awesome card. Rarely see that bad boy. But do you sacrifice it tomorrow and take the point? I mean, sure, no need to record phases, but, you know, the Druid isn't very susceptible anyway to getting caught out. So I think we probably still sacrifice that tomorrow. So okay, so let's check our day 18 here. First thing we do need to do is make sure the sorcerer is okay, because he needs to roll on the neutral table for trouble with our boys here, our rogues. So only a 6 is a problem. 5, so he's good. So what is the Amazon going to do? So it's 2 moves to here, 3 moves to here, 4, 5 moves to here, but she does need to hide at least once. So I'm going to do an extra hide phase. I'm going to do a move to 6. I'm going to do an extra move to 3. So she's only used 2 phases. So 1, 2. So hide is free. 2 moves. So that's 2. This move is free. 3, 4. So she could move all the way if she is lucky enough to get that hide. Move, and then move to the chapel. So she could pop the pilgrimage, but she could also turn the damsel in. And so hopefully that will happen for her. So okay, let's that's her 18. The druid's 18 is, oh, he's burning it. Sure. You gotta burn it. He's gonna do a quest, he's gonna do the sacrifice. For sure. So he burns it in a sacrifice. That's gonna be 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to get to Borderland 2 on his move. So extra quest, move, 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 and move to BL 5, right? Did I say 5? 2. And he is done. Our wizard friend needs to figure out what to do now. So he's turned in gift exchange. He has take cover. Take cover. And so nothing there. And so the question is, what is the plan from here on in? Deep Woods is a little rough. The lair is the lair, but again, a little rough. The advantage is we could pop color in the cliff. We could pop color in the high pass. It's largely a question of getting there and then spending all that time. It's a lot of phases wasted. We haven't even really utilized our powers more really than once. So the question is what to do, where to go. Every other treasure location ends up being in a cave. Or just a mess. This one's a mess. Holy crap. I don't even know what you do here. You probably could. The funny part is the sorcerer probably could. Well, you probably can't take those tremenduses up because most of your buddies that you can summon aren't going to take out a tremendous. You need a 2 or a 1 to even have a shot. So do you just try to get through the deep wood and then into the cliff and then hope to do what? Hope to get to the mountain? You still have to sacrifice something, and you still don't have a treasure to do that. So you've pulled no treasures. The lair would be great, but man, finding the lair in pure darkness is going to be, clunky, right? It always is. And at any time, those guys could just pop and eat you. And then you can't. I mean, you got to hide, and then you have goblins. I don't think the high pass is a go. Um, the deep woods is super dangerous because bats are going to pop, and those bats will kill you right there. But we could. But you could search for navigator. I mean, that would be a thing. You go 1, 2, 3, and be hidden. Then you got to hide and search all day till you find that one. And then probably get out of dodge though, and then probably try to find this one as your last one. Other option is the cairn. Again, you're in darkness. I don't love it. So he's actually the one that's sort of stuck at the moment, in my opinion. So anyway, she's going to make a bolt to the chapel. He's going to do that. And now we're sitting here mulling over the sorcerer. I think the sorcerer goes 1, 2, 3, and he hides 2 times. We're going to end up in Deep Woods 4. And we are done with the source codes. Let's get our monster roll up for day 18. It's a slower week because we're a little more thinking. Spiders and imps. So interesting. We got day 18 coming for you all. And let's. Sorcerer is first. So the sorcerer is going to hide 2 times and end up here. Nothing's going to show up at him. So that's all good. He is hidden. The druid makes a beeline 1, 2, 3, 4 after he does a quest phase. So I'm sorry. So he's going to burn this. He gets sacrifice. So that's another point. So it's his second just plain old point. So that's good. And he gets to copy one of his chits and make that a. I mean, we're not using a ton of magic, but we're not using a ton. We haven't used this nudge yet, strangely enough. I'm going to copy this one. Bam, he has another move. And he gets sacrifice done. So that's going to go to the quest pile there. He draws another one. Ancient Scrolls. You can put a visit down. So I don't know what visitors he likes, if any. He doesn't like the shaman. Everyone else he's fine with. So he will put the crone at a dwelling of his choice. That dwelling is going to be there. So he will put that down, and he is done with that. And he is moved up. Can we just go back one thing and not have rewritten that? Okay. Yeah, there we go. So he has moved. I think he is done. I don't think anything shows up on a 5. No, he's good. So it's pretty much just the Amazon, and she's going to move up to here. She has what, 1 hide, I think? Yeah, she has a single hide. So if she can make this hide, she's going to pop the chapel. She does not. So she ends up here and blocked, and a spider appears, and that actually means super bad news for her. She cannot run. So now she got both these guys to deal with. If the tremendous hits her, she's dead. Oh, that is bad. Bad, bad, bad. Okay. Yeah, well, that just happened. And that's sort of my fault for not treating this with a little more deference, right? Not treating that with a little bit more. She's going to have these two on her sheet. She needs to play a move 4, which she will. She's going to play a fight 3. And she's obviously going to target the spider. As soon as she gets the spider, she's going to get out of dodge. So we're hoping that the spider lines up and or flips. And what we don't want is we don't want to see like a 3. A 3 would suck. A 6 would suck. A 4. So everyone stays put. That's perfect. She hits the spider and kills it. She has to fatigue, but she hits the spider and kills it. He misses her. Next round, she's playing that to run. So she fatigues a fight and then runs out of the clearing. So a little dicey. It's one of those, hey, good job. You just bought yourself a 33% chance of dying. She does score 3 more points, though, so that's a thing. And she is still ahead in all the categories, so not the worst. She does really need to rest, but that's a different story. So what else do we have here? Ancient Scrolls. Yeah. So okay. So what are we gonna do for that next day, day 19? Well, the Amazon has to move to 6 again. She's going to hide. That'll be an extra phase. Sure, she's going to hide again. She's going to move to the troll. And that's an extra move because she gets one. And then she is going to move to 2. But that's it. She's not going to make it to the chapel today. That's her move. Our big guy here, he's just making 2 moves, which sort of sucks because you lose your sunlight phase. So he's making move. Move, BL 5, and he is done. And our sorcerer, extra hide, search. And maybe he can make, hay to in this week, the rest of this week. So he has a couple more days left. So let's roll and see what the monster roll is. It's a 3, so goblins, octopi, etc. We got 1, 2, and 3. The sorcerer is hiding twice. He does, and he searches 3 times. He needs a 3, 2, or 1, though. That's going to fail. That's once, twice, 3 fails. That sucks. That's why Navigator's rough. He goes here and here, and he draws the pool. Again, Guide Spider and Octopus, and the Druid has a totally different game. Something to think about. Done. She moves twice. She's going to hide twice. She fails one of them. She succeeds the second one and then goes here. And draws nothing because it's the pool. It leads us to day 20. The Amazon moves to the chapel. She's going to turn in Damsel. And that's cool. That's going to be a winner for her. So she's going to move to the chapel. She doesn't hate the order. She doesn't love the order. She's going to mark off her pilgrimage. So that's another thing. I think she's going to want to spend her day here. She's going to do an extra hide and then rest. Done. She needs to get these chits back. There you go. Druid. He's going to move to the circus and rest. He needs to be a little bit more careful than that because we got bats in town. So hide. So he's going to hide instead. Done. Move in and hide, and then turn that thing in. The sorcerer. Extra hide, search. One more day. Then we'll figure out what else to do at that point. So on day 20, what is the monster roll? Let's hope that it is, well, it's a 5. Spiders and imps again. And who gets to go first? The Druid goes first. So the Druid's going to wander on in here. He's going to roll a hide. He only rolls 1 die, so we'll get rid of that and just drag that one. 2. So he is hidden. Nothing's going to appear, though. And he's going to turn in the circus. So the circus is going to give him, let's get the thing here. Somewhere it's here. There it is. So let's take a quick look. It gives him 1 VP. So he's going to score 1. 10 gold. So he has 10 to start, of course. He gets 10 more. And he gets 2 times the prowess value of the creature he brought in. So he actually gets 16 prowess. So that ain't bad. And that's going to go in the discard pile. So there's that. That's his third card point. And I don't know, but that may or may not actually put him in contention for prowess. So we'll have to look at that. I think it did. So the druid is done. It is the sorcerer's turn. The sorcerer is hitting 2 times. Ugh. He does hide. Can he find this thing in 3 times? He does. So there you go. Good. Good deal. So he goes 1 to 4 deep woods. So that's deep woods 1 to 4. And he has actually scored 2 navigator widgets out of 3. Nothing appears on him because I don't think it's spiders and imps again. So done. She hits up the chapel, not hidden. She is going to hide, though, because she doesn't want anything weird to happen. It's not going to, but she, just in case, with the order. Nope, she blows her hide. Okay, well, there you go. She's now going to rest 4 times. I'm going to bring these 3 in, then that one, and pop that one as change. And so she turns the damsel in. Oops, no. She gets 1 VP for the damsel and her choice of reward. 10 gold, 15 prowess. Choose a native group at the dwelling to become friendly with you, and you also get an extra phase in this dwelling. She is going to choose the order to become friendly. And that's a huge deal. And frankly, she also gets so that's a huge deal. I think might be a little late for this, but I mean, she's going to utilize this guy. He might hire him. Now, having said that, tremendous troll against this dude is terrible. He can dodge it with the horse. So it would have to line up. So with the horse, she can probably beat that troll. With the guy and the horse, she can probably beat the troll. So, man, crazy enough. So the damsel goes away. We delivered her to her home. So that's sort of nice. So done. We popped a lot of events actually this week here. So that's sort of fun. He popped circus and got a bunch of crap. He at least found the damn whatchamacall, so maybe he pops navigator here in a bit. So what is the sorcerer? What is the Amazon going to do now that she's friends with everybody? So if she is friendly, and he costs $8, you can a 4 or a 1, a 4 or less. She could hire him and effectively sweep clean a lot of stuff. Now, I think the other thing she's going to do, though, is she's going to burn a couple cards. I think she's also marked the chapel in her pilgrimage, so that's something. But I think locate statue goes away. And I think large campfire goes away. She's going to drag those 2 over here. Oop. the little blip in our electricity, which we often have. Enchanter, enchant 3 tiles and explore the mountain. Wow, those are bummers, actually. Those are... Yeah, we did obviously change the size on crap. So to make it more readable, not even sure what's going on. Those are crap. Like I don't want those. I so don't want those. Okay, I'll have to think about it. But I don't want those right now. Those today are pretty clunky, sir. So she still needs to figure out day 21. He needs to figure out. Well, the circus is gone. He just because he popped the circus, so it wanders away, right? And this guy goes to. Guy also wanders away, and then this thing goes to the pool, and we got to figure out what everyone's doing. When we got rid of ancient scrolls a while ago, sorry about that. Still have to locate the altar. Still wouldn't mind finding goblins, but my guess is the goblins are here. So, where do you go at this point? How do we feel about soldiers? We're neutral to the soldiers. What if we go 1, 2, 3, 4 and just go to the house? And actually, we don't need to stop at the house because we can move on to 2, to the Cursed Valley. The wood folk could show up at the house. I don't want them. So I'm going to go to 2. So I'm going to move, and extra move to Valley 2. And that is his last day of the week. The Amazon. So that's the question. Do you try to hire this guy for the last week and just clean up all these places? Or are you not able? Does that not help you at all? I think so Enchanter and Explore Mountain. And don't get me wrong, Explore Mountain is not bad. I say we keep that one and we blow Enchanter as we pass by the soldiers. So I'm going to do this. So the Amazon's going to extra higher, because she has an extra higher, higher, rest. Oops. Extra higher. So she's going to extra higher. That's her extra sunlight phase. Extra higher, extra dwelling phase. Higher, and rest. So she's going to do that. She's going to try to get one of these order guys with her. Now that's going to lose her goal points. Potentially. So not a giant. Oh, and she did get to turn Ghost Hunter in. She's going to take the Fractured Grail, right? And she'll just take Ghost Hunter. Ghosts never don't battle her anymore. Done. So she's good. This can go to the discard pile. Okay. So she's gonna hire. He's gonna move. What is the sorcerer going to do? So the sorcerer is going to hide, move, and then move into the cliff. And he is going to be done. Sorcerer needs to get his last navigator. Ideally, he would find something to sacrifice. He can do that. Oh, where can he do that? I can see where he does that. Now, let's get to the cliff first. And he is done. Okay, so day 21, we get 2 monster rolls, 2 regenerators, purple magic in every clearing, 1 in 6. So that's interesting because all the bats come off the board. So bat, 2 bat, and 3 bat. All the dragons come off the board. So dragon, dragon, and dragon. The company comes off the board. Company, leave the board. Done. And that's it. So there you go. That's where we're at. And who's going to go first? It's the sorcerer first. The sorcerer is going to 1, 2, 3. And he has how many hides? 2 hides. And he does. And nothing appears because it's bats and dragons. So he is done. The druid goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because he has an extra phase. This is the last extra phase he gets, and he is done. And the Amazon is trying to hire her new friend, Order 3. So trade with friendly. She really needs to get a 4, 3, 2, or 1, but she's really hoping for that's 1 higher phase. Oof, that's 2 higher phases. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's 2 of 5. 3 of 5. That's not going to cut it. Come on. 4 of 5. Ugh, 5 of 5. I cannot believe that I did 5 of these. All I need to roll is like a 4 or less. Man. But that is the day. Now, the other bonus she gets is because she's here, she can burn this enchanter. This enchanter is just never going to fly for her. So she ditches it and flips it. Bridge magic, maybe she can do that. That's a good question. I don't even know. She's good for it in the sense that she's fast. She could do 2 of them. That third one's a little bit dicey because at that point you're going all the way back through. But she does 2 on her way, and then everything else is a little bit of a disaster. So let's check the scores real quick. The Amazon has 3 points in cards. She has 30 prowess, and that wins her prowess right now. She has 24 gold, and that wins her gold right now. So she has 2 gold, 2 prowess, 3 cards for 7. The Druid's going to get 1 gold because I think he's going to steal prowess from the sorcerer. So let's check just to make sure. He has 16 and 20. The sorcerer has 15 and 15. So 16 and 20 beats him in both cases. And the druid has one advantage over both his counterparts in that he has the dragon fag necklace, and that is a great treasure. So if you look at scores, so she has 7 points. He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points all of a sudden. And all of a sudden, the sorcerer has 7 points because the druid stole 2 of his points from the sorcerer. So, man, just very interesting. Very interesting. I do not know how I feel about how that's gone down so far. I think I think everyone's done well. I think everybody's done pretty well. I think the sorcerer maybe got stuck a tiny bit, but he did, he got gift exchange early on this week. But hasn't really made good on his spells, right? So I am thinking. So obviously I want to find this cliff. That would be navigator. That's a point for the sorcerer. Um he could enchant this tile. I don't know what happens when you enchant this tile in terms of the paths. No, they stay about the same. So you could enchant this tile and have purple in there. And you could certainly take on the troll, but I don't know whether or not you're actually going to kill the damn troll or not. That tremendous troll is a hard shot with a lightning bolt, even. But you could do it, and you could try. He could try to get effectively points off of the druid, and maybe off of the Amazon, even if you can get enough promise. Oh, and geez. Okay, wait. One last thing though. The Amazon also made a delivery, right? She has that thing, so she also makes a delivery, and so that's going to get her another point. So that I'm sorry about that. That's 4 for, and she's probably going to take the 8 gold. Which is not going to do her any good in terms of more gold or less gold, but it does mean she could have hired the guy if she's willing to burn, because she did get a 5, which is price times 4. So if she's willing to burn all the money and lose those 2 points effectively, she could hire the dude. Wow, that is quite the decision, because that changes the disposition of the game all of a sudden. She would go from first place to last place, giving the druid and the sorcerer both a point, giving them 8 points to her 0 points, or her 6 points. So, what does she gain by that? She gains the ability to kill the troll, pretty much. But you know what? It's not worth it. She gains the ability to kill the troll and possibly loot the vault. I don't think I'm not sure it's worth it at this point for that kind of money. If it was less, and maybe she got times 2, 16, then she takes it, and yeah, she's a little dicey, but she can probably make that money back up. She's not giving up all those points. I think she tries to go and explore the mountain before the end for 2 points. in the meantime, that might catch her the pilgrimage because the altar might be there. So that would be, that's rough. That's not like I don't even know if that's doable. Um, 1, 2, 3, 2 days. So this is 2 days so far. 3 days. 4 days, 5, 6 days. So she might be able in 6 days to explore the mountain for 2 points, giving her a 10. Otherwise, what you would have to do is, and if the altar is there, maybe she finds it for 11 points. And she did swap Enchanter out for Bridge Magic, but I don't think she's going to be able to do that. Because I don't think she can get to a bridge, another bridge. So I think that's a dead card for her. So I think she has 10 points, maybe 11, if she's lucky. The Druid wants to locate the altar because he has located the altar. If he finds a treasure with magic on it and he can't use it, I think he runs back to the soldiers and sells it to the crone and then gets the point there. So that gives him at least 1 point, maybe 2 if he can find the altar. If he can get the altar, he can learn a spell that will give him 2 points. So you were talking possibly 4 points. The druid might get 11. The sorcerer is a little bit on the outs here. He's going to get 8 points with navigator, but is still stuck with everything else. He might be as well off as anything else just trying to eke out a point or two of prowess. How's he with the order? He doesn't like them, so selling to them is rough. He doesn't like the soldiers. Selling to them is rough. So he's in a trap spot. But I will say the dragons are gone. So that's weirdly intriguing. So does the sorcerer make a beeline? Does the sorcerer make a beeline for the lair, as a for instance? Enchant the high pass. The problem is he still needs to be hidden. Like he can't not be hidden. If he is not hidden, he is sort of doomed. So that's why I don't like the lair, right? I just don't like it. Now, one great treasure you pull out of there, and you were getting a point and a half. So that's your 8.5 points. But I don't love but I just don't love for this. I don't love the sorcerer in the caves without without blazing light or without having found a specific treasure or whatever, like the lantern or whatnot. And the cairns is the same. It just could be a death trap because you still have to hide there. Now you could get super lucky, be hidden, draw the goblins, summon the water elemental, and the water elemental literally just plucks 12 goblins out of the air and kills them because the water elemental would flood them. with a time to attack. Now the problem with the water elm, he is heavy. These guys could hit him at some point. So you do have that going. And you have to remain hidden the whole time. But if you have purple, you have hide in. You have the world fades, which is good. But with purple, your magic sighting, which is a little shitty. Ugh, it's all a mess. All right. Wow. So it is a mess. But it's fascinating mess. How does the sorcerer score effectively when he might have to score 4 points to catch up to the Amazon or the Druid? So let's do one last thing before we call it quits here tonight. Let's get ourselves ready for the last week by drawing the 3 events that are going to be in play for the last week. So Amazing Weather is gone. Let's shuffle. We still have the Dwarven Smith. We have a Dwarven Pathfinder. Don't care. The second one is the Wood Sprite in the Deep Woods. That might change the disposition and the riddle game in Ruins W, because so he's going to appear in 5 effectively. So riddle game is 5 in Ruins W, because that's the only wood space turned over. The Wood Sprite is in Deep Woods. And I don't care really about the Dwarf Pathfinder, but we will put him on the board. So let's put these guys on the board. So Dwarf Pathfinder goes at a dwelling 2, so that goes to the guard. Sure. The Wood Sprite goes in Deep Woods 6, right in the middle. The riddle game is any. Oh no, he goes. We already said he goes. He goes here, where the campfire would go. So strangely enough, that might be 2 of your points. The sorcerer might just have to go for those, which I don't love because you're backing out of your purple, right? But you might just go for those, and that gives you 2 points. That gives you 9. But just can you hold the dogs at bay, right? The Amazon is probably going to score 9. And she might score 10. So I will say, I mean, that is a fascinating end to this. You know, the scores being 8 to 7 to 7. Let me save that so it shows up. The scores now being 8 to 7 to 7. Really, really, really makes for a fascinating end to this game. And you got 2 of the points. 2 of these guys are sort of committing to the mountain, and then the sorcerer has to figure out where to go. So I think we're going to save this game, overwrite, and that is it. So we are not going to play the last week tonight. We're going to give it a rest here. And tomorrow we are going to play week 4, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what tomorrow brings, but maybe week 4 tomorrow or Thursday. But by Friday you will have seen week 4 for sure. And we're going to do that and then see where this goes. And no matter what, this has been a really fun sort of run for these characters, minus the witch. That one wasn't my fault. I feel bad for the White Knight because I screwed him over a little bit. The witch was just bad luck. So if you look at the witch, she's going to have 8 points. She is literally going to be at the bottom of the barrel here because she's not going to score anything this game. But the Amazon, Druid, and Sorcerer all have a chance to probably get up into 17, 18 range. Maybe even a little higher, but 17 or 18 probably for sure. So that's interesting. The elf is sort of shot ahead, and once we see how these guys do, you'll probably have a nice little cohort of middle ground, second, third place kind of guys. All right, guys. Super fun night. So if you're watching, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Again, commenting, thank you very much. I love talking about the game. I obviously love playing it, or at least am not bored enough to not play it. If you like the video, help me out, give a like. Doesn't really matter. I don't know if I want these to be super popular. Already I'm getting weird German porn spam, so that's a little disturbing. So like if you like, subscribe if you like, comment though. That's the most important thing because I love starting a conversation about Magic Realm. If you have any questions about the variant, if I'm doing something wrong, I don't mind. I love hearing all of it. And I will talk to y'all later.